Hello, beautiful. There we go. Perfect. Where should I put you? Are we gonna have this combo? Let's put you right here and talk a little bit. Hi. I don't know where to start this except for, sorry I look so exhausted. I just got done with a very long work day. It is very late at night, but I wanted to go over a few things. So this is day one of the Transform challenge, the Transform 8-week challenge. It's the summer sprint challenge, and this is my video entry for it. I want to start this video with kind of a little bit of who I am, and what this challenge means to me. It's been a while since I've posted on my YouTube channel, so for anybody who's not familiar with me, kind of give them an idea of who I am, and kind of going forward what to expect out of these videos that I am going to be posting. So first things first, my name is Danielle. I am 27 years old. I'm 26, but I'm gonna be 27 in a month. I am married to an amazing man, and I have, together with me and him, had a beautiful little girl about a year ago. She is 14, 15 months, something like that. I stopped counting after a year. And since the birth of the most amazing human I've ever had the pleasure of having in my life, which just sounds so like grossly sappy, I've lost myself a little bit, and with that has come a lot of struggle. So let me rewind. Growing up, I have never been athletic. I've never been in shape. I've never felt confident or comfortable in my body. I have had family members my entire life comment on my size. I've had coaches comment on my size, saying things like I'm a bigger girl, or saying things like I have a belly pooch, and just kind of saying things that they didn't have any business saying. And being a little girl, those kinds of comments affected me very, very easily, which is sad. It's sad to think about that we say things like this to little girls, and it's sad to kind of realize how much they actually affected me. So starting in elementary school, we did, every year we would run the mile, and I've never been able to do it. Never. Or I was never able to do it, I should say. Eventually I could run a mile, but you know, back then it was very almost traumatizing, not to be dramatic, but kind of traumatizing for a second grader to not only not be able to run the mile, see that everybody else in her class can do it, and you know, come in dead last, mostly just because I was embarrassed and that I kind of just gave up. So with that being said, I had no interest in exercising and moving and playing sports and doing anything like that. In middle school, I joined the swim team, and was told by my coach that I was too big to move forward. Later, he had said other comments once I stayed within the swimming community, but I didn't necessarily swim, and there were comments that were said where I'm assuming he just meant that I was muscular, but at the time I took that as fat. So then fast forward a few years to my sophomore year of high school, where I was going on a trip where I would be hiking about 75 miles over the course of 10 days. And in order to get ready for that, I had to train for it. And I worked with the trainer, and I, at that point, hadn't even realized that other people, despite the comments that were made to me, that other people thought that I was big, or that I had weight to lose. And I had a family member who had said to me, "Oh, it looks like you lost weight and you look really good." And so to me that translated into, you look good without the weight. So I went on this trip. I did horribly. I was not prepared by any stretch of the imagination, again, because I wasn't athletic. And I did the football team. Again, in high school, I did it my senior year of high school. And I was told at that point that I was a bigger girl and I belonged on defense because the tiny girls are on offense. And that's kind of when everything really hit me. I was doing on and off dieting. I was following the military diet, where you eat like a grapefruit for breakfast, or half of a grapefruit and a piece of toast. I was doing extreme dieting, and then I would fail at the extreme dieting and be so upset with myself that I would eat garbage. In and out of toxic, very, very toxic relationships, up until I met Brian. And, you know, those also caused me to be very self-conscious of my weight and how I ate. And again, the yo-yo dieting, going from extreme healthy eating to lose weight, to not even caring about it and just eating McDonald's and garbage. So about a year and a half after I met Brian, we were living together, and I just got tired of it. Like, I just got so fed up with not being able to make it stick that I just searched bodybuilding women. And at the time, my image of a bodybuilding woman was, you know, big, beefy, jacked, muscular, stand on stage, you know, bodybuilders. But I kind of wanted to know what their workouts were like. I kind of wanted to know what they were doing to meet these lifestyles, I guess, to meet these goals. And so I came across a bunch of YouTubers, Yami Mufti, sorry Yami if I just said your name completely wrong, Nikki Blackadder, Jasmine Garcia, Heidi Summers. I mean, crazy, like, just people who are making a life out of this. And I, at the time, just kind of watched and was absorbing all of this information. I remember my then boyfriend, fiance, coming home and being like, "What are you doing?" And I was just taking notes. I was watching Emily Hayden and Amanda Bucci and watching their informational videos and taking notes on what If It Fits Your Macros is, what carb cycling is. I vividly remember Amanda Bucci's carb cycling video where she had the scrunchie and was doing this along the screen, and I took notes and I watched and I learned, and you know, I was so interested in changing my life. And through that, I was led to an 8-week challenge that I did, and that, I would have to say, is truly the moment that I realized this is something I'm passionate about. This is something I want to do, and this is something that is now going to be part of my life forever. And it wasn't just like one specific moment, but I remember finishing it and being like, I need more, I want more, and signing up for the next challenge immediately. And during the next challenge, or I'm sorry, before the next challenge, I had talked to Brian a little bit about what I want to do with all of this, and I had said, I want to compete. I want to compete so bad, and I just want to have that physique. And so I kind of continued with the 8-week challenge, not really with the intention of competing, but knowing that within the year I was going to start a prep to compete. And about 2 weeks into the challenge, I found out that I was pregnant. And for a little bit I was able to continue the challenge, but eventually my doctor told me that I was causing my body too much stress and too much pain. And at first she told me that weightlifting was fine, that she has tons of clients or tons of patients who do marathons and all of that stuff, and she was so on board with me weight training. But she had said, you know, we just have to watch it and make sure you're being careful. And it was causing my body to freak out, I guess, a little bit. It was causing a lot of stress. So I was forced to stop unless I wanted to be put on bed rest, which I didn't. And that is kind of when I lost my passion for weightlifting in myself. I studied to be a certified personal trainer. I studied to, I was studying to be certified in nutrition. I didn't realize how hard that would be to achieve when I had a newborn, but it was difficult, and I did not do it, but I am working to do it now. But I had a passion for the industry. I just couldn't find it within myself, and I couldn't apply it to myself. And so once I did start working out again, about 6 weeks after I had the baby, I ended up just kind of going through the motions, and I even still am going through the motions. I lost about 10 pounds more than, or I weigh about 10 pounds less than what I weighed when I got pregnant. And I'm so much leaner. I feel so much better, but I just know that I'm preaching to other people, this is how to live the lifestyle. This is how to get into it. This is how to start it. This is how to build it. And I've reached a plateau of myself, and I have not been able to push past it. So to me, sorry, now I'm getting emotional. To me, this challenge is finding my own love within myself, filling my cup so that I can fill other people's cups, and getting back to where I was before, when I was my most confident and when I was feeling so good about it. I am extremely confident that I have the tools to help other people feel this way, but for whatever reason, I do as I say, not as I do. It's just so weird to apply it. It's just so difficult and strange to have to apply it to yourself, and you know the answers to these questions, but you know, you just can't. I can't personally find it within myself right now. So that's what this 8-week challenge means to me, is just showing myself that I can be dedicated, showing myself that I can be motivated, and showing myself that I can do all of this again, and be happy with it, and do it with a 1-year-old, do it with all the craziness that's going on in my life, and a different job, and like my life has completely changed since I last did it. I did something like this, so I'm just showing myself that I can do it all over again. So my plan going forward is to film my week, struggles I have, feelings of not wanting to work out, feelings of anguish of wanting to give up, and just sharing that and being transparent and showing you guys that it's hard for me too, and that not everybody's perfect, and that everybody's always going through a journey. There's no end of the journey, but that it's all about the process of learning it and seeing how beautiful that is. So anyways, if you want to see all of these videos, weekly videos going forward, please make sure to like this video. Let me know that that's something that you're interested in. I think if I get enough likes, I might be doing daily videos. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But make sure to like this video. Let me know that that's something that you're interested in. And also make sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week with my physique update and how week 1 went. All right, bye.